My beloved child, listen carefully, because this message is not reaching you by accident. This is not just another video you randomly clicked. This is a moment that was meant to find you at the exact second your spirit was ready to hear the truth. And what I'm about to reveal may shake you, may confuse you, but it will also protect you if you truly understand it. Because yes, they just said your name in a conversation. And no, it was not good. And you felt something, didn't you? A sudden shift in your energy. A strange heaviness in your chest. A thought that came out of nowhere. That wasn't random. That was your spirit reacting before your mind could catch up. Because somewhere, behind closed doors, in a place you were not invited, your name came up. Your presence was discussed. And not everyone in that conversation had pure intentions for you. But don't panic. Don't let fear control you. Because there's a reason you are being shown this now. There's a reason God wants you aware, not afraid. Aware, not weak. Because what was said about you does not define you. But it does reveal something important about the people around you. Listen closely. Because this is where most people make a mistake. When they hear something negative has been said about them, they react emotionally. They get angry. They want to confront. They want to prove themselves. But you are not being called to react. You are being called to rise. Because the truth is, not every conversation you are excluded from is meant to harm you. Some are meant to expose who truly supports you and who secretly resents you. And in that moment, when your name was spoken, energy shifted. Intentions revealed themselves. And God saw everything. Every word. Every tone. Every hidden meaning. Nothing escapes His awareness. And that's why you are being warned now. Because there are people who smile in front of you. Who act supportive. Who act like they want to see you win. But the moment you are not present, their words change. Their energy shifts. Their true feelings slip out. And you need to understand this deeply. It is not your job to chase their approval. It is not your job to fix their perception of you. Because what they are saying is not really about you. It is about their own insecurity. Their own fear. Their own inability to understand your path. You see, when someone speaks negatively about you in your absence, it often means your presence carries something they cannot control. Something that challenges them. Something that reminds them of what they lack. And instead of growing, they talk. Instead of improving, they criticize. But here is the part you must not ignore. Not everyone in that conversation agreed with what was said. There was at least one person. Maybe silent. Maybe observant. Who felt uncomfortable. Who knew the truth about you. Who recognized that something about that conversation wasn't right. And that matters. Because God always places witnesses. Even in moments of hidden negativity. There is always someone who sees the truth. And even if they didn't speak up then, their awareness becomes protection for you later. Now listen. Because this is where your power comes in. You were not meant to hear every word that was said. You were meant to feel the warning. Because if you heard everything directly, your emotions might take over. You might react in a way that lowers your energy. And that is exactly what negative intentions feed on. But by only giving you a signal, a feeling, a knowing, God is allowing you to stay in control, to stay aligned, to stay above the situation. Because your power is not in reacting. Your power is in observing, in adjusting, in protecting your energy without needing to announce it. And yes, it hurts sometimes, knowing that your name is being used in a way you didn't deserve. But let me tell you something clearly. People who speak against you in hidden conversations are often the same people who cannot match your strength in open reality. They rely on whispers because they lack courage. They rely on distortion because they fear truth. And you are being prepared for something bigger than their opinions. This is why you are being shown this now. Not to break you, but to sharpen your awareness, to help you recognize who deserves your trust and who only deserves your distance. Because moving forward, you cannot carry everyone with you. Some people are meant to stay behind. Some conversations are meant to reveal who cannot go where you are going. And this is not punishment. This is protection. Now feel this deeply. You are not being attacked. You are being identified. Your energy is strong enough to be noticed. Your presence is impactful enough to be discussed. And yes, sometimes that attention comes with negativity. But that is only because light always attracts both admiration and resistance. So don't shrink. Don't silence yourself. Don't start doubting your worth because of what was said in a room you weren't even in. Instead, elevate. Become even more aligned with your purpose. Because the more you grow, the more clearly truth separates from illusion. And those who spoke against you, they will eventually reveal themselves through their actions, through their distance, through their inconsistency. You won't need proof. You will feel it, just like you felt this moment. And when that happens, don't confront with anger. Don't seek revenge. Simply add just your access. Limit your energy. And continue moving forward. Because your peace is more valuable than any explanation. And remember this. God does not expose something without a reason. If you are being made aware, it means you are ready to handle it. It means you are strong enough to not let it break you, and wise enough to learn from it. So take this message as a sign, a divine alert. Not to fear people, but to understand them. Not to close your heart, but to guard it wisely. Because not everyone who knows your name deserves access to your life. And not every conversation about you deserves your reaction. Stay focused. Stay grounded. And most importantly, stay aligned with who you truly are. Because no matter what was said, no matter who spoke, your path is not controlled by their words. Your destiny is not limited by their opinions. And your worth is not defined by conversations you were never meant to be part of. This is your moment to rise above it, to grow beyond it, and to walk forward with even more clarity than before. Because now, you know, and that knowing is your power. My beloved child, don't scroll away now, because what you felt earlier was only the beginning. The message is going deeper, and this next part is where everything starts to make sense in a way you cannot ignore. Because what was said about you didn't just disappear into the air. Words carry energy. Intentions leave traces. And what was spoken in that hidden conversation has already begun to move through unseen paths, reaching people, shaping perceptions, creating subtle shifts around you. And if you don't understand this now, you might start noticing small changes and blame yourself. But this is not your fault. This is influence. This is energy in motion. And you are being warned so you don't fall into confusion. Because suddenly, someone might act colder. Someone who once responded quickly might now hesitate. Someone who once supported you openly might now stay silent. And you will wonder why. You will question what changed. But the truth is, something was planted. An idea. A doubt. A distorted version of you was shared. And not everyone has the strength to question what they hear. Some people absorb information without verifying it. They let someone else's words shape their perception. And that is where the danger lies. Not in what was said, but in how it spreads without your awareness. Now listen carefully. Because this is where you must be smarter than the situation. Your instinct might tell you to defend yourself, to explain, to go from person to person and clear your name. But that path will drain you. It will pull you into a cycle where you are constantly reacting to things you cannot fully control. And that is exactly what weakens your energy. Instead, you must understand a higher strategy. Silence with awareness. Observation with intention. Because when people expect you to react and you don't, when they expect you to defend and you remain calm, something powerful happens. The false narrative begins to lose strength. Because it is not being fed by your reaction. You see, lies often survive on attention. They grow when they are constantly addressed. But when truth stands still, when it remains consistent through your actions, it slowly exposes everything without you needing to say a word. And this is not easy. I know. Because there will be moments where you feel misunderstood. Moments where you wish you could just say everything and end the confusion. But understand this. Not every battle is meant to be fought with words. Some are meant to be won with presence, with consistency, with the quiet confidence of knowing who you are. And this is where your spiritual strength is being tested. Can you stay grounded when your name is being shaken in unseen spaces? Can you trust that truth will reveal itself without you forcing it? Because this is the difference between those who rise and those who get trapped. Now feel this deeply. Not everyone who hears something negative about you will believe it forever. Some will observe. Some will watch your actions. Some will compare what they heard with what they experience from you directly. And over time, truth will start to separate itself from falsehood. But only if you remain aligned. If you start reacting out of anger. If you start behaving in ways that match the negative image created about you. Then you unintentionally confirm what was said. And that is the trap. That is how people lose control over their own narrative. But you are being guided differently. You are being told in advance so. You can stay aware. So you can choose your response instead of reacting blindly. And here is something even deeper. The person who spoke about you, they are not at peace. Because someone who is truly secure, truly aligned, does not need to bring others down in hidden conversations. They do not need to distort someone else's image to feel stronger. What they did came from imbalance. From insecurity, from something unresolved within them. And while that does not excuse their actions, it explains their behavior. And understanding this frees you from taking it personally. Because this was never about your worth. It was about their struggle. Now listen. Because this part is important. You are not being asked to trust everyone less. You are being asked to trust wisely. To observe patterns. To notice consistency. Because not everyone in your life deserves the same level of access. Some people are meant to stay at a distance. Not out of hate, but out of alignment. Because your energy is valuable. Your peace is valuable. And you cannot keep exposing it to environments where it is misunderstood or misused. And yes, this realization may change how you see certain people. It may create distance where there was once closeness. But that is not loss. That is clarity. That is growth. Because as you evolve, your circle must evolve too. Now here comes the moment that will shift everything for you. Instead of asking, why did they say that about me? Ask yourself, what is this showing me about where I need to stand stronger? Because every situation carries a lesson. Every hidden conversation reveals something you were meant to understand. Maybe it's teaching you to speak less about your plans. Maybe it's showing you who truly supports you and who only watches you. Maybe it's reminding you to protect your energy more carefully. Whatever it is, there is wisdom in this moment if you choose to see it. And as you move forward, you will begin to notice something powerful. The same people who once listened to negative words about you will start seeing a different reality. They will observe your consistency, your calmness, your growth, and slowly, silently, their perception will shift. Not because you forced it, but because truth has a way of revealing itself over time. And when that happens, you won't need to prove anything. Your life will speak for you. Your actions will correct what words try to distort. And those who truly see you will remain, while those who were influenced by negativity will drift away. And that is exactly how it should be. Because your path is not meant to be crowded with people who don't understand your value. It is meant to be aligned with those who recognize it without needing explanation. So don't be discouraged by what was said. Don't let it shake your foundation. Instead, let it refine you. Let it sharpen your awareness. Let it guide you into becoming even more aligned with your truth. Because this is not the end of your story. This is a moment of awakening. A moment where you step into a higher level of understanding. A moment where you realize that not every voice around you deserves your attention. And not every opinion deserves your energy. Stay focused. Stay aware. And most importantly, stay true to who you are. Because the more you align with your truth, the less power false words will ever have over your life. And this is only the beginning. And don't ignore this moment. Because everything is coming together right now. What you felt, what you sensed, what you were shown, it all had a purpose. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. Because the truth is simple. Not every voice around you is meant to guide you. Some are meant to reveal themselves and fade away. And what happened behind your back was not strong enough to destroy you. It was only strong enough to expose who cannot walk with you any further. So don't carry anger. Don't carry the need to prove anything. Because the moment you stay silent with clarity, the moment you choose peace over reaction, you win in a way they will never understand. And yes, some people may never admit what they said. Some may act normal like nothing happened. But you will know. Your spirit will recognize the shift. And that is enough. You don't need confession. You don't need closure from them. Your closure comes from awareness. From understanding that you were protected before things went too far. So from this moment forward, move differently. Speak wisely. Trust slowly. And protect your energy like something sacred. Because not everyone deserves access to your heart or your plans. And remember this deeply. What they said about you does not echo in your destiny. It fades. It dissolves. It loses power the moment you refuse to carry it. But what you choose to become after this, that is what defines everything. So rise. Quietly. Powerfully. Without announcement. Let your growth answer what words try to question. Let your peace confuse those who expected your reaction. And let your life prove that no hidden conversation can ever block what is meant for you. Because what is truly aligned with you will always find its way. No matter who spoke. No matter what was said. This was your warning. This was your awakening. And now, this is your moment to move forward stronger than ever.